Hey guys, Coldbrew here. Welcome back to another raid video. I have finally a good enough set of the new Mercurial, all right, 9-piece set. I wanted to showcase this today as part of my account. I've got two Arbiters. I've equipped it on the second one for today's video, and I also have a possible damage dealing Mercurial set, so it's going to be a double showcase. We're going to move things around after I show you guys the Mercurial set a little bit, and we'll see how this is transforming the meta. So the new Mercurial set, guys, if you don't know, you get this from the Grim Forest. You can get the different pieces from the bosses, and the accessories are the most important because those are basically the ones that allow you to do the complete set. Okay, you can mix and match things around, but if you want the 9-piece bonus, which is 3 buffs of the total guard, so 3 stacks of the total guard buff, then you do need the 9-piece bonus. And it's insane on how much it provides. It can give you some speed boosting together with some resistance, some HP percent. But really the real power of the total guard set is when you do take a turn with the 9-piece bonus, you get another 1 stack. Okay, you can't have more than 1 stack. Once your 3 stacks are gone, you can basically always have 1 stack once you take a turn. So it's not like the most impossible set to go around, right? If you do have multi-hitters, you can still go through that and really just make it so that the other person who has the Mercurial set is just dead. So if you are somebody who's using champions such as Marius, then still you are basically okay versus Mercurial. But the thing is, Mercurial provides a lot of protection against debuffs, okay? Because you have to go through the total guard in order to start applying debuffs. If you hit them once and that hit applies the debuff, it's not going to apply the debuffs. It's not like Stone Skin, where on Stone Skin you can apply certain specific debuffs such as bombs. You can't do that against the total guard, especially if you don't attack first with other champions, okay? If you do attack first, then things change. But the total guard seems to be the new meta in terms of some specific use cases for mostly, I would say, live arena, where things can become interesting with specific choices that you do make. But I will say that it has its effects on other parts, which is such other parts of the game, which is siege and also maybe tag arena. Although I would say many people don't care as much for tag arena, not at least maybe the high end of the tag arena. So with that being said, does Mercurial have any spot in the game other than arena? Well, no, not really, because bosses ignore total guard. So it's not the same thing with Stone Skin. Stone Skin is still powerful against very specific bosses where you do get that initial burst of damage at the start of the round. And I'm talking about the 2 Ascension dungeons. Those have a 1 round kind of strategy, and those can do like an initial burst of damage at the start of those rounds. So you can protect against those using Stone Skin. So Stone Skin is still good, and I would say much easier accessible, so you don't have to spend a lot of time every week to get Stone Skin. You just do your 3 Hydras, quick battles, and that's basically it. So enough with the talk. I'm going to show you guys first my Arbiter. In this sort of team that I've made, I'm not really going to be using it. I just wanted to test things out. Let's refresh a little bit and see what kind of enemies we have against us. So the idea here is to have also Incarnate protecting the Arbiter. Incarnate has a way to basically provide an unkillable on Arbiter, and that's going to allow my Arbiter to be way tankier. I don't have any other Mercurial on my other champions, so this is basically like a team built around Arbiter surviving a little bit longer than usual. I mean, she doesn't have insane speeds, all right, with the Mercurial that I have her on. So if I can show you guys, my Arbiter is sitting at, with full Mercurial with no glyphs, 335, which is very slow, all right, if you think about the speeds that we have nowadays. But she has no blessing, and I didn't give her any relic for extra speed like the wand. I could have given her the wand, but I'm just doing a bare bones Mercurial set showcase. So would it be better for me to have the 9-piece bonus versus, let's say, 6-piece bonus? Well, it's negotiable there, depending on the 6 pieces that you have. 5 pieces maybe for the speed bonus, and then having that 1 total guard to protect you instead of having Stone Skin, and that will allow you to have a lot of speed plus protection versus having the stone skin, which is also susceptible to stuff like bombs and HP burns. All right, so I'm trying to find a team that could cause some trouble to me. So this is not really a team that can cause trouble, but this one, for example, so against the Fabian, this team should work very well against them. So I should be slower, so we'll see how this goes. My Crixia is gonna help a lot with me having a reset on my attacks. Wow, they are slower with my 330. As you see there, guys, 3 stacks of the total guard. That's what makes it so powerful. So I'm basically protected. I take my turns and I'm still protected. It's not like Stone Skin, which can go away once you take your turn. So here you see my Stone Skin is now gone. So all that protection that I try to build is gone. And the same thing with the enemy there. So the enemy Embrace, I could do like this against him. Let's do protection against him. Well, he has that extra turn. He hits me a little bit. I resist. And that's it. And as you saw, Arbiter took no damage there because of total guard. So here with this one, we'll get some initial poisons on us, but because in HP burn, but because of the total guard, Arbiter will be protected. Those will not be hits. So if I'm not mistaken, I should have 0 debuffs on me because of this. So see, debuff blocked, and it's not the same with the HP burns. Those HP burns went on my other champions, and they can melt through Stone Skin depending on the blessing on the enemy. But because of total guard, it becomes very interesting. And I still have 2 stacks left. Now 1 stack, it still provides me a little bit of protection here. I'm going to try and remove some buffs from them and also increase their cooldowns. Basically, this is it for them. They should be dead once my Marius takes a turn. So not an insane team to face by any means, but you see how much protection the total guard provides. And if you think about it in the sense of it being a buff that can be replenished once you take a turn. All right, against this team, I guess this is going to be very interesting. We're going to get hit by bombs. We're going to get hit by Fabian. I hope they are faster than me so we can see the whole thing happening real time. But it should be something very annoying. All right, so boom. There's the increase in cooldowns. There's the attack from bombs. There's his second attack. And I still have total guard. I took a turn. My allies will die now, these 2. I didn't get any bombs on my Crixia because she's built with high resistance. So these 2 should die once they get a turn, or I can try to lock them out, or I can basically do, I think this is better. I should transform, all right, and then try to remove the very annoying bombs from me. So here I'm not gonna buff up because I think the poisons are gonna kill me. There we go, and we killed them. The total guard though, you saw how good of a protection it gave my Arbiter. So next showcase, guys, I'm gonna try and build my Leo. All right, he's gonna be built with a pretty weak, I would say, total guard. So is it worth it if you're gonna do a weak version of total guard? We're gonna see it now in action, and like to do like a comparison of my Leo right now, he's built with 250 speed, 360 crit damage, 6,000 and 450 resistance. So built in Stone Skin and Feral. So Feral protects me against debuffs at the start of the rounds, but it can be removed by champions such as Fabian. So it's not impossible. It's not impossible to go through it, but it's still pretty annoying. And I am also running a last laugh amulet on him, so that gives me that delay effect. So he survives a little bit because of that, but I'm gonna try and see if I can make him a little bit better. All right, so with the build that I can do on him right now, I can do, as you see, about with a pretty weak, I would say, combo of gear. So I don't even have enough resources. Could possibly do this, maybe give me a little bit of crit damage or defense. Come on, this is the most hated thing in the game. I would say. Crit rate, yeah, that doesn't help. I don't have more Chaos Dust. So in terms of stats, we have a look at my poor Mercurial gear. It gets me to 258 crit damage, 5,000 defense, so much lower than before, much lower speed. Resistance is about the same, but it's not like it plays a huge role at the moment. So let's rebuild Leo with the Mercurial and see whether that gives me anything worthwhile in terms of usefulness. All right, it's not like I'm gonna be building him with this. I might put him back to what he was. I just wanted to test this. I just wanted to test this as part of the setup. Okay, so for example, let's go against this team. My thinking behind Mercurial is that it's gonna provide me with additional protection when I'm getting turns. So that's the one hit. Second hit, he would have been protected with the Stone Skin regardless from those. So those did nothing. And let's do a... No, I'm not going to do my cooldowns. Let's boost Terminator. So what I like to do with Leo is just not straight up go attacking them. I like to do unkillable. But that enemy Wukong can steal them. So I might just do an attack. And see where that takes me. We got hit there. So that removed the total guard. I'm not protected on my Leo. And this is kind of like a weak team, but we'll see. And I'm still at a good place with that. All right, versus Turtles. How is this gonna go? I don't know. Let's see the total guard. Is it worth it with those much lower stats? They go. They buff up with strengthen. That's one I'm gonna do. Also, I don't want to do the reset at the start. There we go. We procced his passive. He hit us again. That enemy Leo could be very annoying, but I'm gonna do unkillable now because that also provides protection to my squad. Let's hit them a little bit. There's the Stone Skin from enemy Leo. I'm protected because I've got unkillable. Ooh, he removed my buffs but didn't kill me. There we go. We're still attacking. He's got his own unkillable. Thing is, if I attack him now, won't that actually remove my Stone Skin? Because he's gonna counter. Yeah, he countered, and it was just too much. Maybe because I used unkillable at the start, but that's what I usually use just to provide protection. He removed my buffs because he's got a way to remove buffs if he gets a kill. So if I go against them again, it's not like I have an option here to do something. Oh, there's my relic that helped me survive. There's the unkillable. That's the same thing that I wanted to have, but let's see. Attack them. We now remove the boss. Basically the same thing happened, and there's no way that he survives here. It was basically like a coin toss, I think, with my relic keeping me alive there. But let's see a different kind of setup. Again a turtle team. No, let's try against this one. This looks nasty. So is Mercurial gonna protect me here? All right, so against Acrixia, I will get my cooldowns increased, okay? But I still have 2 turns. So 1 turn now, I'm still very well protected. And Crixia did not manage to remove, to increase my cooldowns on my Donatello. So I'm good there with resetting my own cooldowns. Let's see, again, same thing, doing ally protection. That unkillable is strong, but the total guard is also very strong because of the way that it works. Let's try and kill 1 champion at least. If I get hit a little bit, there's my Raph getting attacked. Ooh, there we go. I got attacked. Now I have Stone Skin, unkillable, and total guard. Possibly the best protection from everything. And then that Taras is hitting everything else, and I'm good to go. So now I get a turn. I get a total guard. I've got stone skin. I've got unkillable. I've got counterattack. I've got everything on my Leo. It's just insane, insane. So having like a lot of fun on this, but I want to refresh and find like the more difficult teams, so I can see whether it's worth leaving him with the Mercurial for now. But I still feel it's very low damage. Like 250 crit damage. It's kind of low. So I'm getting hit a ton. There's the total guard at 1. So the thing with turtles, Leo is the MVP, right? If he dies, you're screwed. So he's the one keeping everything alive. There we go. We are on full auto, by the way. And it kind of worked. I'm still very much so protected. In live arena, you can go with turtles, so it's not possible to test it. So against Volcanos, he's got that nasty HP burn. So this is like that is one of the reasons I have Feral on them. So that's the strategy being used with the Feral to protect against the Volcanos. So me giving buffs on myself now, I think that triggers Volcanos, right? So that's kind of annoying. They've got protected debuffs on, so it's not like if I kill them, he's gonna start removing them. There's more buffs. Volcanos triggers like crazy because of that. There's that first kill coming through. Second kill coming through. Volcanos is being so nasty. Let's kill the Reviver. There we go. Unkillable is kind of working, but I've got a fear on myself. And then boom, just like that. Total guard also protects against debuff, so it's very nice. It's very nice. I think I'm liking it, but I'm gonna work on trying to improve the gear that he has, obviously, because if I go with this total guard set on him, we're gonna be in trouble. So problem with turtles is a lot of like block damage. Like I can't do anything against them. If they do block damage on themselves, kind of screwed. So here the multiple hits removed my total guard. I think I'm gonna do my cooldowns. Although I didn't get my cooldowns increased, I think I'm still gonna do them. Do I have anything to cleanse? No. Actually, I'm gonna do this first. Can they remove my buffs? Arbiter can possibly revive here. That's gonna be annoying, but I'm gonna do unkillable just as an additional way of protecting myself. Because look at that. That removes one total guard, so I'm still, you know, susceptible to that until I get my turn. Look at that evade. So nasty. There's my cooldowns, and that basically allows me now to rotate through, and I can actually kill them all now, I think, with the turtle. So he's not that weak with those stats because of the way that his damage works. So Leo can actually be very powerful with this, and now with total guard, insane. He still hits so hard with lower stats. So I would say if there's any champion that you can give like a bad Mercurial, it's gonna be Leo. All right, as a damage dealer, I'm saying, because he has a way to ignore defense on his Unity passive. So it's kind of a good combo if you think about it. The total guard. I think I'm gonna keep him for this and test it more, but for now I'm liking it. Block damage there is protected. Gonna stun that Shuzhen. Defense down on them, but they've got block damage, so it's kind of useless. And I have no way of doing anything. Ooh, that block active skills. I didn't notice if I had right. Can I ignore anything here? No, right? They all have their turn, so just gonna attack the one there. Okay, let's see. Block active skills is being nasty. There's the stone skin on me now. And once I get my turn, I should have also total guard. There we go. Look at that. Beautiful. And now I can either, I think I'm just going to do this. Gonna do the unkillable. So I have Stone Skin, unkillable, total guard. So stupid. So stupid. But I'm still protected. So does ally protection remove total guard? Not sure. Not sure. I have to notice this, but if it does, because we do get hit, right? If it does, then it's kind of annoying. But it's still very strong. Yeah, I think it should remove it. I think it should remove it. I didn't notice it though, but now that I'm thinking about it, it's damage, so it should remove it. So that's another argument against the Mercurial. So look at that, guys. Turtles against turtles. I'm gonna test it now. Let's see, we get hits. Still getting hits. Lots of hits. There we go. My Leo worked. Let's do unkillable. Ooh, we got hit nasty. Is that enemy Raph? Let's stun. That's basically it. Yeah, total guard definitely gets removed by protection. So pros and cons, all right? Pros and cons. I'm liking it though. I'm definitely liking it though. So let's see. Protected a little bit there. Yeah. We get attacked. Let's see against Roros. Against Roros, it's gonna be very interesting, but I got that unkillable on me, and that ally protection basically removed my total guard stacks from the get-go. So I'm seeing the negative part of it. Go ahead a little bit there. Protected using the Stone Skin. So once I get a turn, there he goes. So there's the total guard. Yeah, there's the total guard. It comes back up once you get a turn. The 9-piece bonus is kind of amazing, I think. But these are the teams that you're going to be facing with the total guard stack. Like the ones with Fabian, that's where the total guard becomes stronger than the Stone Skin, obviously. So here you see 2 turns, get hit again, 1 turn, we start bursting them down, and hopefully that provides me with enough protection, right? So I have 0 buffs on me. I've got total guard now. Let's kill him. Still getting hit again and again. So nasty. So nasty, but the turtles basically are one of the best teams, I would say, in terms of investment, right? How much you had to invest in order to get them when they were available. Unfortunately, not available at all times. So here, against an Armand, this is so strong because he doesn't remove all the total guard, and I'm still hitting. And there's the revive. I can't do the ally protection. I want to do it actually so I can test the total guard with me actually paying attention, but it should remove it. It should remove it. So there it is. I still have total guard. He hits. I can't understand there if that was the hit from Armand's. But there's the ally protection there. Once I get a turn, there's Stone Skin protecting me there. Okay. And he just burst them down. But that's just the mechanics of Leo. All right, guys, that was a video just showing you a little bit of my Mercurial sets and the playing through with it. What do you guys think of Mercurial so far? It's obviously just a PvP set. It doesn't provide anything more than that. Although I'm kind of liking it as a choice that is more easily accessible, and it's going to be much quicker accessible because of the Grim Forest. Thank you guys. Subscribe if you haven't already. I'll see you all in the next one. See ya. Let's see how this goes, by the way. Yeah, hit. There's the ally protection. All right, let's see. We are hit by the big attack. We got that stun. That's kind of nasty. We're gonna do there. Ooh, Raph couldn't get the kill. Ally protection is doing something, but not much. Actually, resisted the buff removal there. That's pretty strong. There's the total guard coming through. Once I got my turn, attacking a little bit. All right. Once I get a turn here, well, let's see. Yep, that's it. That's it. Total guard plus unkillable plus stone skin. It's just nasty. See ya, guys.